Are you a man over 30 looking to lose 10, 30 pounds, that stubborn belly fat in 90 days or less? If that sounds like you, I'm gonna tell you 3 beliefs you have to get over in 3 simple changes that you gotta do to accomplish that. Let's get into it. What is going on, guys? Rich here from Fit Fusion Brotherhood. In this video, 10 to 30 pounds of belly fat. We're gonna talk to you how to lose it and do it the right way. Because I'm sure you're sick of that annoying fat that hangs over the shirt, right? Maybe it's leaving you insecure. Maybe you're just not feeling like yourself. Maybe you're worried that your wife or your partner might find you attractive anymore. Well, we're gonna change all those things today. And if you feel like a failure, or maybe it's gonna feel like embarrassed how that fat's gonna hang around over the shirt, I'm gonna tell you to fix it in 3 simple steps today. And it's a lot easier than you think. We're into 3 self-limiting beliefs that you may have, because most of our members through the Fit Fusion Brotherhood program had these beliefs, and then we got over those beliefs, and then we really started smashing our goals. So I want to bring these up because if you really don't believe you can do it, it's not going to happen. Or maybe something's just really holding you back and you kind of can't get to that point of accomplishing that goal. So we're going to talk about how to break those beliefs, 3 common things that men over 30 have, and then 3 actual tactical things, what to do so you can drop the 10 to 30 pounds and actually keep it off for life. So you ready for it? We're going to reason number 1 right about now. Belief number 1 that might be holding you back. Now you might be thinking, my metabolism is slow, especially as I age, and no matter what you do, you just can't get rid of that annoying fat. I totally get it. Because in your 20s, you probably ate whatever the hell you want. You never gained weight, or maybe you gained weight a little bit, but it just wasn't that annoying fat that hung over the love handle area. Now in your 30s, 40s, 50s, no matter what you eat, you even sniff a donut and it goes straight to the R's, right? You might be thinking like, yeah, that's me. I totally get it. But I'm gonna give you a stat here that's gonna blow your mind. Now, there is a meta-analysis research, which is very powerful. It means like the research study is legit, that showed men, I can't remember if it was men or ladies, but let's just say men, between 20 and 60 years of age, it actually showed that their metabolism didn't drop at all, if at any. So maybe like a very little bit, but slim to none between 20 to 60 years of age. So you might be thinking like, how does that make sense, right? Because like I said, in your 20s, you eat whatever you want. In your 30s, 40s, 50s, you have this one thing, you just gain so much body fat. Well, think back in your 20s. You probably had a lot more energy. You're probably moving more. You probably worked out more. Maybe you ate a little more like crap, but you're still moving around as much. Maybe sleeping better, and you have maybe less stress. Because when you're 22 years old, obviously it's a lot different than being like 35 or 40 or 45 in terms of responsibilities. Now, let's say you're 35 plus, or however old you are. Maybe you're sleeping less, you're more stressed out, you're busy at work, which is leading to less steps. You're not getting as many workouts in because, again, maybe you're busy at work or with your family, whatever it might be. And like I said, you're just constantly stressed out and sleeping, and that causes more poor food choices. On top of that, we compound those things year after year after year. That's how you gain fat in your 30s, 40s, 50s compared to in your 20s. And you probably even gained some weight in your 20s, in your later 20s. It was just more of those bad habits kind of crept in over time, and this is a compounding result, right? You just didn't wake up one day and like, oh fuck, like I'm 35 and 40 years old now, all of a sudden my metabolism's slow. That's not the case. Now your metabolism can slow down. That's actually true, but it's not to do with age. It's to do with how you train. And this is where I'm gonna shift your belief from my metabolism slowing down because of age, 2, you can actually prevent your metabolism slowing down if you're doing the right training. Because if you don't, let me rephrase that. After the age of 30, it is true you can lose about 3 to, I think it's 5 to maybe 7% of muscle mass every decade. So that is true, which can lower your metabolism 100%. However, if you're weight training the right way and the proper way, you're gonna reverse that process, or at least stop that process and minimize it. So that's the mindset I'm trying to shift for you right now. If you're thinking like, I want to lose this 10 to 30 months of fat, but like my metabolism's slow and it's so much harder to do it now, it's actually not. And I promise you in that. This is backed up on, like I said, some pretty legit research. And change that mindset to, okay, and now I got to focus on protect my muscles as I get older, because muscle mass does decrease as we get older. So if you're doing a lot of like cardio, HIIT workout, CrossFit, whatever it might be, just kind of workouts that are focused on burning calories, and you're just not having a lot of protein, well, this is where you're missing the boat as you get older. We got to focus on lifting weights to protect our muscle in the gym, and focus on having enough calories to make sure our muscle mass doesn't decrease, to make sure our metabolism doesn't decrease in the process. So yes, your metabolism can slow as we get older if you're not weight training. However, if you're weight training and doing everything properly which should be, or hopefully at least maybe start off this video, then it's not going to go down as much as you think, if at all. So that's the mindset, and that's the self-limiting belief I want you to shift. It's not your metabolism. Focus and train the right way, and I promise you, you're gonna smash your fitness and your fat loss goals. Belief number 2: I have no time. Time is the killer, right? Especially, like I said, we get older, we get families, partners, more responsibilities, whatever it might be. We just have less time, we're busy with our jobs, and it's just hard to fit our health and fitness goals into our schedule and lifestyle. Now, here's the thing. To lose those 10 to 30 pounds of that stubborn belly fat, even add a little bit of lean muscle, you really don't need a lot of time. And I'm gonna get to some tactical tips here in just a few minutes on what you can do to structure time. But you might be thinking that you need long workouts. You maybe have to work out 5-6 times a week. You got to kill yourself in the gym. You got to meal prep all these days. I'm going to make it super simple for you, and I'll get to that in just a minute here. But all you really need to lose 10 to 30 pounds of fat, and this is what we call our Brotherhood way. You need 4 strength workouts per week for 45 minutes in terms of working out in the gym. So that's literally 3 hours a week? 3 hours a week working out, whether it's the gym or your home, 3 hours a week. That's all you need to do. And in terms of nutrition, I'm going to tell you to make it super simple for you. That way you're not constantly cooking or maybe stressed about like what to do in terms of prepping. And we'll get into that just in a few minutes here. But the first thing, you might still be thinking like time is an issue. Maybe you're working 50-hour weeks, 60-hour weeks. What I want you to do though is a time audit. And what I mean by that is focus how much time you're spending on things that aren't necessarily productive. So it could be like your social media, it could be like Netflix, it could be whatever, video games, whatever, it could be watching sports, like whatever it might be. I want you to time log how much time if time's an issue for you, how much time you're actually spending those things. Because I remember I was at that point one time where I was working like super long days. I just couldn't find time to work out. I did a time audit and I'm like, holy shit, like I'm spending a lot of time on social media. So I kind of backed that off and maybe spent a little bit Netflix, or spent a little less time on Netflix, and all of a sudden I had a lot more time to work out. So that's the first thing I want you to do if you feel like you're super strapped for time. Now let's get into a couple tactical tips right here in terms of how to plan your workouts and how to maybe potentially meal prep. So what we really teach in our Brotherhood to our Brotherhood members is every Sunday, the week before you work out, I want you to pick 4 days a week that you can work out in 4 times, and you're going to commit to those 4 days and times no matter what. So let's say it's Sunday evening, you might be like, okay, I got Monday nights, Tuesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. So like, let's keep it super simple. Sorry, not night, like a specific time. So it's 6 p.m. on those days, for example. Time block that out of your schedule, and I want you to kind of view that as like a work appointment / meeting, right? If you were like an important work meeting or is at your job, you're not going to cancel, just blow it off like it's nothing, right? Like something significant would have to come up. I want you to have that same mindset when it comes to working out. And I think a lot of times we just like think it's too casual, or we don't plan our workouts. Things pop up, we get busy, we're tired from work, and then all of a sudden we're just skipping workouts for multiple weeks. So plan those 4 workouts every Sunday and stick to it no matter what. So pick 4 days, pick 4 times that you can stick to. Now in terms of meal prep, I'm gonna give you 3 options here. Option number 1, you can cook 2 days on Sunday and Wednesday to plan it for the week, and I'll explain how you can do that. Option number 2, you can just go grocery shopping on this Sunday to make sure all your ingredients are set up for the week when you go home. That way you're not relying on like takeout, whatever it might be. And the third option, you can just, buy your time back and maybe potentially buy meals. So option A, let's kind of break this down right now. So let's say it's Sunday. You're cooking your lunch for Sunday. All you want to do for that is just, for breakfast, you can basically just have it every single day. Like if you're having oatmeal, you don't want to put oatmeal in Tupperware or eggs. It's kind of disgusting. So let's say it's Sunday, you cook your chicken, whatever it might be. Just cook it for 2 extra days, for Monday, Tuesday as well, and you just have it ready to go. And then once it's done, same thing for dinner. You're cooking your dinner, have it extra for Monday, Tuesday. So you're set for 3 days basically. Your Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Same thing Wednesday. Prep it at night when you're maybe back from work, when you're done work, for maybe Thursday, Friday. And then Saturday is almost, I don't want to call it a free-for-all because that sounds bad, but then maybe just have some variety and some foods that you can enjoy that you typically don't have. That's one way you can do it. The other way, like I said, is more just like have the ingredients ready. You go shopping on the Sunday and you know what meals you're having during the course of the week, and you're not just guessing, because I'm sure this sounds familiar for you. Maybe you come home from work and you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna call Uber Eats, I don't feel like cooking. And that's the last thing you want to do. You have to have a plan, because humans, we're always going to go to convenience, and just make sure you have a plan if you're doing option B. And option C, like I said, if finances aren't an issue for you, the best that you could do would just, buy your time back in terms of buying meals from places that are ready to go. You know, those pre-cooked meals, they kind of ship to your house. So if you have the resources and finances for it, that's the best thing you could do, I would say. But pick one of those three, schedule your 4 workout days, schedule your 4 workout times, and time suddenly won't be an issue for you. And next thing you know, you're gonna drop those 10 to 30 pounds super easy. Belief number 3, maybe you're scared to re-injure yourself or get hurt by lifting weights. And I totally get it. And I'm gonna share you a story when I was about 22, 23 years old. So in my early 20s, I was doing a crap load of stuff. I was doing a lot of cardio, I was playing hockey, I was lifting weights like 5, 6 times a week. And one day I was doing a set of barbell squats. I'm sure you know what a barbell squat is. Everyone knows what that is by now. I'm doing a set of barbell squats and I did a warm-up set and I re-racked it and something just didn't feel right. But me being the idiot, like 22-year-old at the time, I'm like, I'm fine. Let me just put some more, another 45 on, another wheel on each side. So I tossed on more weight. I did my set, and then when I got out of my set, my whole leg went numb. It was like a dead leg. I was like, holy crap, like what happened? And I literally had to get my brother Sean and one of the members of the gym to carry me down the stairs. It was that embarrassing. I couldn't walk on all my one leg. It turns out my nerve got like pinched and trapped. I just had really no feeling in that one side. And it kind of lasted for a few days, which was pretty scary to be honest. And after that moment, I was pretty terrified of lifting weights. So like if you've had an injury lifting weights, or maybe you're scared to lift weights, like I totally get it because I've been there before and I was in that position, maybe exactly like you, whether it's like lower back, knees, or shoulder. And the last thing you want to do is re-injure yourself, right? Because you know that pain and it's terrifying. However, that was 22. I'm 34 now, and I can tell you confidently, I'm in the best shape in terms of my joints. Like I don't get as sore as I am now compared to my 20s. I feel better. I have more energy. And like I said, I've never really had a significant injury outside of that one for a couple of days because I changed my mindset in terms of like doing a ton of volume in the gym and just like ego lifting and doing the HIIT training on top of it like 5, 6 times a week to just working out 4 or 5 times a week consistently, lower volume, train the right way in terms of intensity, and just have that proper plan that you can structure. So I get it if you might be thinking like, I don't want to hurt myself or you're scared to re-injure yourself, but I can tell you this. The most dangerous thing you can do is be weak. So if you're not lifting weights, especially as us guys get older, we lose muscle mass, like I said in the previous point. And the worst thing you do is be weak because that's where we start kind of beating up on our tendons. We just have more pressure on our joints, our ligaments, because active tissues, which are our muscles, protect passive tissues, which are our ligaments, tendons, like I just said. And if you aren't strengthening those active tissues, when you're older, your passive tissues are going to take a beating. So yeah, in the weight room, it's super possible to get like a bit of an injury, a flare-up. I get it. It's going to happen a little bit from time to time. But at the same time, if you just neglect it and you're just focusing on like, okay, I don't want to get hurt again, I'm going to do cardio and stuff like that, I would argue that's worse because you're just putting your nervous system on overdrive with like killing yourself and stressing your body out and you're not getting strong. And next thing you know, that's what leads to breakdown and repetitive strain injuries. So change that mindset from I'm scared to get hurt to weights is absolutely necessary to do when you're 30s, 40s, 50s, because if you don't do it, you're gonna get weak, which is actually gonna lead to worse injury in your 50s, 60s, and even 70s. To recap, 3 beliefs, and I got a cool little offer for you to end that's 100% free. 3 beliefs. From the very first thing, I gotta scroll my notes here. I almost forget it. We talked for a while. Remember, belief number 1 is metabolism, guys. So I want you to shift your belief from I have a slow metabolism because I'm older to I want to make sure I'm protecting my muscle in the gym so my metabolism doesn't slow down. And age actually isn't that much of a factor. It's more lifestyle. Number 2, I don't have time. Believe me, you do have time unless you're working like 75 hours a week and you're just like nonstop. I guarantee if you do like a time audit, you can find time to work out 4 times a week for 45 minutes per workout. And belief number 3, like we just said, is the injury scare. I totally get it. I was in your position, but believe me, get back on the horse if you got hurt before. Train the right way with a lower volume, focus on more strength here with control, and I guarantee you'll feel better. Like I said, I feel better now at 34 compared to 22. So if the Brotherhood way sounds interesting to you, like we're at the Fit Fusion Brotherhood, if you're not sure, our company, and if you just want to try us out in terms of like our workouts and how to lose that belly fat without giving your favorite foods, because that's what we're all about, and we're all about community. If you want a 1 week free trial, no strings attached, I'm gonna drop the call link in the comments and then on the in the notes below, and just feel free to schedule in with us or just message me. I'm at Rich by Kirk Fit. I'll remember to put that down in the notes as well. And even if you just want questions or help with anything, I'm here to help you. So just feel free to ask me questions in terms of like working out, or how to lose fat without giving me your favorite foods, or how to maybe structure workouts, whatever it might be. I'm here to help support you. So if you don't want that free week trial, just let me know. I'll answer any questions you have, and hopefully it gets you in the right direction. So hope I kind of broke some of those beliefs. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did enjoy it too, please subscribe. It helps a lot for me, and it makes me kind of produce these videos. So thank you so much for watching to the end, and we'll talk soon.